Welcome to a brand new video. Today I will be talking about I'm Henry and I wanted to talk to you about this situation. We live in a society where we are going to be having a lot of fun. We live in a society where we base on consumerism. But today I'm going to say this year has been somewhat fantastic. Well, in that everyone has been awakened to the truth. And what is a better truth? The truth is a bitter pill to swallow, and we indeed has learned so far, and I'm glad my fellow human beings have managed to overcome the struggles of daily life, and I'm so happy my subscribers have managed to keep in contact with me all these years, and thank you for subscribing. And I've been so busy because I've been doing a lot of drawings, I've been doing a lot of paintings, and I have found a new ground to celebrate our victory. What's our victory? Our victory against the mighty collusionists, the SGWs, the misinformants from academics, and the people who are striving for truth of a better future has triumphed this year. But except the bigger picture, as we have enough progress to level up in our game. But unfortunately, for the truth movement out there and the new age movement, guys, let's not fight. The new age, the postmodernists, we shouldn't fight. We should unite against this common threat that is called climate change advocates who supposedly want to limit carbon footprints and anti-climate change, or wants climate change to disappear, especially Greta Thunberg parts. It's like Greta and her teammates at the United Nations, when they had a speech, it's well-prepared speech. It's not from her heart, genuinely, from what I tell. It's that I don't want to be political, but at the same time you have to be critical. So I'm critical at the fact that political scientists like Greta Thunberg and Ian Dale and Maus Kochlicht, can't pronounce his German name, unfortunately. Guten Tag, my German Bruderens. So to not act really suspicious, my man, is that we are in the stepping point of a glorious history where there's a turning point of human consciousness becoming one, joined together. And what is this? It's part of the transhumanist agenda, unfortunately. And I'm not trying to be conspiracy theorist here, is that it's being all played out at the moment. If you guys have realized, Facebook Metaverse has been at part in the retina of some that Snoop Dogg himself literally bought real estate. I can show you real estate, Snoop Dogg real estate metaverse on Joe Rogan podcast, by the way. Enters the sandbox metaverse. This was 3 months ago, and he bought. I'm going to do audio. He created his own kingdom. It's like, you know, those pre-programming conditioning systems, you know. So the metaverse adds London. There was set in London, the National Gallery. Meta. It's very scary. Thank you, Russell Brand. Don't need your face in there, you fake socialist. It's the symbolic power of the tiger and buffalo. I will just go in a second. Is that I want you to have a happy new year, but also be vigilant. We only have around 1 hour left of our time together in 2021. Congratulations, 31st of December, bruh. So we live in a society where the biggest hurdle towards our gratitude and our complacency is our inability to fantasize and communicate our deepest regret in all of our societies. And unfortunately, we have indeed strayed away from the kingdoms of societies. And indeed, we we as human sentient beings have to understand that human negligence is not the way to underestimate our incompetence and our courage. And we have the courage to instill change within ourselves, the divine spark. According to Manichaeans and the Mandaeans and the Gnostics, we have the divine spark inside us. And I have a bit of schizophrenia. I've also been mindful about this, is that I do think our society has focused too much on how to be competitive rather than be cooperative. Like, the best of options we should be aiming for is that to improve our situations, to build bridges, not build glass cannons and military grade AR-15s and these illegal weapons to shoot them up each other. We're not here in video game. And this is what I'm really pissed off about Marky Boy, Zuckerberg boy, is that he is trying to play God in his sense. He wants to reinvent humanity into artificial human world. And this is one of my total bizarre situation. I just don't want 2021 to end on a bad note, but Mark Zuckerberg needs to be warned. He needs to be stopped legally, because the legal system has to catch up and regulate this sandbox system, because the celebrities make their own rules. Imagine if, for a scenario, Snoop Dogg, I'll use paint. Okay. Why is this so tiny? Okay, so Snoop Dogg here wants to build a land, but he wants to create the purge. Purge in our society. And this is what happens to our society. This is total bloodshed that will cause. And indeed, this is maybe simple common sense, but some people don't understand, is that anything can happen. If the metaverse are hacked, all your informations, including your non-fungible tokens, which is the primary transmissions of your new Ethereum cryptocurrencies into the society. And I'm thinking these companies already had something prepared for the worst that will come out of humanity. These are great ideas per se, but these are designed with the worst of human intentions in the aftermath of our situation. So it's best if we stop ignoring our depressant civilization and move on towards a society that is built on love, grace, and not Fire Emblem's wars. And we indeed must remember that our societies should compromise with each other, especially the USA and the UK, who is so high up on the arrogant horse, thinking that poverty doesn't really hurt them or doesn't exist, it's only for the lazy and poor people. And a lot of so-called poor people work so hard in their own ways as well. So you have no right to defame human beings who is indeed the kingdoms, as in the gods has granted them life. And indeed, our society has become more a society in review. Is that even in video games, for example, like I was expected that like video games to not focus the VR trend to die out, but unfortunately augmented reality is here. And this is indeed one of the magical sense. I will show you some of the audio. This, it just is this dimension of magic. They created a dimension. So you know what's a dimension? It's like a portal. This is like an artificial human man-made, God-made creation portal that is so corrupted in a sense that I can interpret that the tiger is trying to fool the students into it to become the prey of the systems, and while Eve is the controller and the predator of the system. And I want to tell you about this certain manga that will get me suspended for if I were going to do this, but I just say the symbolism in this is iconic. There's so much symbolism, like the dancing animals is to show, like, you know, the Kali Yuga, the dance of death, Kali Yuga, dance of destruction. We live in the ages of the Dark Ages. The Dark Ages, according to Hindu, is Hindu priests like Brahmin Samapratara and Brahmin the Sikh Brahmin, Sikh teacher, I'm trying to remember, Guru Nanak, and who foretold about the Dark Ages and of our time. I don't want to be as like anti-theist confidentialist. I'm not a theist. I'm not a polytheist or theist, because polytheist is an illusion. There's so much lies and illusion in our world is that we have to unravel. There's an anime song called Unravel Our Darkest Secrets. And so we can just look at the tigers, looking how the Kali's face is looking like the expressions on the mole object, something, and the dancing to the tune, hypnotism, dancing to the hypnotic tones. And look at the hold a second. You know the O's can, the quarter O's can symbolize many things, like in the Batman said, the quarter O's symbolize wisdom or wealth, but it also symbolize death and rebirth and retribution, or symbolize the skeleton man, the king of death. The equivalent is Hades and Ingram and Ingrid, death counters. In China, the god of death is the three ministers of the underworld. And unfortunately, I'm running out of time, but I want you to say to you guys, this is a very symbolic first. Look at how animals are dancing and the one-eye symbolism of the bull. And it just tells you, look at the ark. The metaverse is like, the metaverse essentially reminds me of No Man's Sky, where the open of Garden of Eden, open of the heavenly kingdom of China, and what caused the corruption of the gardens. And indeed, this has caused mistrust of our societies, man. And this indeed, we have to be vigilant and be happy at the same time. So we have to think about what we have to do about this. We need to protect ourselves from these problems. And I want you to end on a good note, is that we are our own spirit. We should be able to be happy, be hopeful, be like in the parables of Jesus and parables on Mani and Prophet Mani and Valentinus, the Gnostic prophet, and Marcion, is that forget the illusions, seek your own truth within thyself. Thank you guys, and have a great day, and see you next time. I would say, may Shiva guide you. May Shiva guide you. And welcome 2022. Thank you and see you next time, cha chum. See you next time, my